Yeah, that's wishful thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Wishful Thinking Podcast. We're here.
Oh,
New studio. We finally made it. We told you guys it was coming. We got a very special guest today, Powerstroke Rick. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
So, Powerstroke Rick, Nick Rizer. It's like a sore dick. Can't beat it.
Damn right.
Work on diesel trucks. Drive Kia Rios.
Nice.
We show up little inclusive vehicles, so.
Got to be inclusive, right?
Do a little bit of everything, man. Work on stuff, YouTube video, YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, all the social media.
Yeah, we'll make sure to put all your stuff in the description of the
we'll
video.
link
It's at Powerstroke Rick everywhere, right?
Everywhere except for Snapchat. Ladies, Diesel Rick on Snapchat with 2 Ks, all right? In case y'all needed to know.
Ladies, make sure you add my boy here. He's
Yeah.
got to get some
I got a
ladies in
strong
the DM.
back and a weak mind, so,
I love it.
I love it.
Alrighty.
Take us from the beginning, man. So you work on trucks. You do all this, truck, diesel stuff. You work on other cars too, right?
Yep.
Where did it begin?
So I want to say with my dad pretty much. So I was probably 10 years old when I learned how to do an oil change in a car.
Nice.
And I mean, pretty basic to some people.
Right.
It's a lot, but pretty basic stuff. So learned how to do an oil change. And actually, as learning that, I got my first toolbox when I was 10.
Nice.
Little 3-drawer Cobalt, when Cobalt was actually a stainless steel toolbox.
Nice.
Still have it to this day. Can't
Nice.
get rid of it. Shout out Mark the Shark for that.
Way better than the new shit they have
Oh,
now.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the old tools.
Dude. Because I got a lot of
Nowhere
stuff. I got stuff from my grandfather, too. I mean,
Yeah.
old 60s stuff, old 60s Mac box,
Yeah.
stuff like that is, like, perfect.
Yeah.
But anyway, started out when I was 10, doing oil changes, stuff like that. And then me and my buddies, we BMX'd. I was always into dirt bikes, BMXing, stuff like that. So we'd kind of like wrench on that stuff, whether it's a chain or sprocket or putting grips on it, whatever it was. So that kind of started a little bit working on stuff.
So you started with like smaller stuff. trying to
Very
get your
small
feet
stuff.
wet.
Yeah, and I really didn't know
Because
much.
in the grand scheme of working on a vehicle, oil change is like the basics.
Oh, you're
right?
Luke Tech basic stuff.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I don't know how to change oil on my car.
Yeah.
We'll,
All right.
we'll have to teach you.
I pretty
All
much
right,
just know how to change tires.
We'll be right back. We're going to do it real quick. We're going to show them how to do it.
Turn a man into right.
It sucks. I mean, unless you have a truck where you don't have to jack it up, you got to jack the fucking thing up, take the nut off, let it all drain, 15 minutes, drain some more, blah, blah, blah.
I hate fluids in general, like not fast forward, but today, like doing side jobs, like anything with power steering, like brake fluid, like oil change, coolant, and someone wants me to do something, I just hate the fluid stuff.
It's the worst because, like, you got to get rid of that shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, it's just, you get coolant all over, you get coolant in your mouth and shit, it's all tasting weird, and, and the Doritos don't taste the same after that, so it's like, fuck, man.
Eating the sandwich you got packed for work with oil all over your hands and
dude.
shit.
You guys ever see that meme or whatever where it's like a dude, he's got black hands, like from working on something? And he's like, you're a sissy if you don't eat your
Got
sandwich.
to.
Like, it's like,
I would be cleaning gutters out, hands disgusting, sucking the fucking wing juice off of it after I'm done. Like,
yeah.
That's pretty
it
sick.
is what it is. It was very sick.
I like it, though.
Like,
Adds a
gotta
little
do what you
flavor
gotta
and
do.
texture.
Yeah. So
Backyard stuff.
anyway, where were we at? So working on little stuff, bicycle, dirt bike, stuff like that. And then when I was 15 and a half, got my first truck, which I was always wanted a truck.
Right.
My dad always had trucks. If you talk to my dad, he acts like he's a Ford salesman. This dude, I've owned 20-some Ford trucks, like he needs to get a check for them,
So
honestly.
you guys have been Ford family all day.
Yeah, so my dad, not my dad, but my grandfather and all his brothers all work for Ford.
Okay.
So they all retired from there. So that's kind of how I like grew up into a Ford family. Like I don't discriminate. I like all the brands, but that's kind of
You think Ford's superior? I'm a Chevy guy.
Chevy guy. All right, we'll be right back. No, I like it all, man. Honestly, I mean, I own a Kia Rio. What am I saying?
There you
know?
go,
I mean,
yeah.
About Ford, like
Hey, we have a Kia Soul at the house, too.
see, yeah.
Decent car.
I had a Chevy Cobalt, man. R.I.P. to that Cobalt. I love that thing,
Yeah.
I had a Chevy Cobalt.
dude. Them things are
little
tits,
bit.
man.
Yeah.
Them things are sweet.
My first car was a Chevy Malibu 2000.
Really.
All the electrical
All
was
the old
fucked.
school.
No turn signals, no lights. Drove it like it was.
It was a
hot.
tank though. That thing lasted.
I got it with 50,000 miles on it.
Dude, that's how the old shit is too, man. Old shit just lasts.
Yep.
So where are we at again? Okay, so we're talking about working on stuff.
Yep.
So anyway, I got my first truck,
15 and a half.
15 and a half, and my mom hooked me up, got a loan for me. Turned 16, I got a job, worked at a grocery store for 3 years, so I paid it
grocery
off.
store?
Heinen's in
Okay.
Twinsburg.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The rich people.
It's a good one.
Yep. I was slinging in the dairy department. Man. I was milking udders in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not really, but you know. So, got my first truck. Mom got the loan for me. Worked 3 years at Heinen's, paid it off. My payment was like $180 a month or something like that back then.
What kind of truck was your first truck?
2005 Ford F-250.
Nice.
5.4 Triton. It wasn't a diesel.
Those Trions.
We weren't Powerstroke Rick yet, so you know.
Those Trions are a fucking. I heard there's a lot of timing chains.
They're
all
terrible,
types
man.
Of shit.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good truck, but terrible motor. Like
Everybody says stay away from the Trions.
yes, stay away. And I didn't listen back then, but I ended up having it for 8 years, so it ended up being a good truck.
Got your work out of it.
But so I got that. That's kind of where the love for trucks came. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start modifying this. And way back then, it was way of a lower scale, like tail lights, oil change. You know, I see the oil change on. You know, I see the mod on this thing. Audio, window tint, wheels and tires. My first leveling kit, I actually didn't even do it myself. I paid 4-wheel off-road parts, if they're still over here in Brook Park somewhere. Plowed all winter, saved up, had them put a leveling kit out. I'm like, oh, dude, this thing's huge, man. This thing's lifted. It's like a 2-inch leveling kit, you know?
Yeah.
But that's where it started, more working on stuff. And then just from there on out, man, it just got more and more and more and more. And to this day, I still take on jobs that my buddies are like, you've never done this before? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm going to figure it out, obviously. You know, do some research. You know, luckily we have YouTube to our advantage.
YouTube University, dude.
YouTube certified mechanic over here, you know, so.
I think it's important because you don't have to be a mechanic, right? But let's say you're trying to save money, you're trying to grind, build something for yourself. It's very important, I think, to at least know the basics of a car.
Oh, yeah.
You do your own oil changes, especially on a truck, you're saving a fucking ton of money. Like, if I take my truck to Valvoline, they want to charge me $160 to do oil
Isn't that
change.
crazy?
When I could buy the oil for $40, do it myself.
Yep.
And it's shit like that. You save a little bit of $100 here, $100 there. That adds up to a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
You think you saved a ton of money doing shit yourself?
Dude, I wish I wrote down all the money I've saved, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, just even some of the lift kits I've been doing now. I mean, my blue truck, I got a 9-inch lift kit on it. Oh, pause. So anyway, I got a 9-inch lift kit on that thing. So, I mean, that right there alone with parts and labor, I mean, thousands right there, you know?
Did you have like so you said you started working when you were like in high school. That's when like the love for like working on trucks came in when you got your first truck and all that.
Yep.
Did you have like friends and people hitting you up like, hey, could you like help out or like do anything with my truck? Did you have anybody reaching out to you then?
Not really back then.
Really?
Then was like my boys, like Ray, Tyler, like Bryce, Libby, all of us that hung out in high school.
Yeah. Shout out Ray, Bryce. He knows Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce LeBlanc?
Shout out Brycey LeBlanc. If you're watching this, I love you, buddy.
Dude, I love Bryce. He's such a good dude.
He's
I
hilarious.
haven't
so
seen him in a
funny.
little bit, but man, is he doing good?
He's good.
Yeah?
Doing good, man.
Nice.
He's got a Chevy truck, you know, so y'all can hang out.
There you go.
together and
Nice.
stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ray,
no.
too. Ray's a great dude.
Yep.
I still talk to Ray all the time.
That is a smart cat right there, man. That Ray, really shout out to Ray, because here's the thing. So, like, really it was like me, Ray, and Tyler, like, working on stuff. Like, we'd basically, all of us had trucks. So we'd all hang out.
Right.
We'd do little stuff. Or then we started getting into, like, maybe doing a U-joint or a ball joint. And that job was, like, a day job for us back then. Like, it was, like, hard. Because mostly, if you don't have the right tool for the job, that's really what does you in.
Yep.
We kind of had to not Ray's our engineer. That dude will read you off stuff like he's a walking manual. You're like, dude, how do you know this shit, man? Like, where do you get this from? Oh, you know, the engineer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's hilarious because I'll swipe up on Ray's story. He's putting some fucking thing in, and he'll give me tips and shit on stuff I'm trying to do. It's great. It's phenomenal.
like he's like the book version of like me. Like, if I tell you how I did something, like, oh yeah, you know, I fucking fixed it. You know, I did this, did that, whatever. And he'd be like, oh, you did this, and he'll like.
He's breaking it down.
He's breaking it down for you. And I'm like, but I don't know how you do all that. I can't.
Shout out Ray Kovalchuk.
Shout out Ray Koval if you're watching this.
Ray, dude. Great dude.
I'd like to know about this, right? Because growing up, I really didn't have a father figure around and all that. So I feel like that has to do with a lot of like shit that I have to learn now. Like, I never really had to mess with the car or learn how to do this or that. Just shit that like your dad would teach you. So do you feel like that was important growing up? Like, your father like really like putting you onto stuff? Or do you think that you might have taken a different path or approach to things if he hadn't been there to like kind of?
Probably. Yeah, man. I mean, probably if my dad wasn't around for like that type of influence, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. I mean, even breaking off for that, I'll just talk about like the work aspect. So I've basically been working since I was 12 years old. So my dad growing up, so my mom always worked. My dad always worked 2 jobs. So he was a precision grinder, and then he's a tow motor operator, stuff like that. But he's always working a full-time job, working overtime, and then he has his own landscaping business. Rizer & Son Landscaping, shout out to them. The Sun don't work with them no more, but hey, that's all right.
The landscapers, baby, you already know.
Yeah. So he did 2 jobs his whole life, man. So I think for me, seeing that example set, like, because he always told me, like, if you want nice things in life, you got to work for them. You know? When they bought their house they're in right now, I was doing 60 hours a week of, working, overtime, this and that. So I think I kind of always seen that, and I always had the love for, like, material things like the trucks and stuff. And you guys know they're expensive. Parts are expensive.
Super fucking expensive.
Granted, I would be way more in debt if I didn't work on anything and I paid someone to do everything. But seeing that main example right there probably helped me get to where I was at. 'Cause, I mean, going back a little bit, 12 years old, I started working for my grandfather. I'd go over his house, 3 acres of land, pick twigs up, got a 4-wheeler with a trailer, give me like $20, man. So, I mean, I was on the little hustle grind. And, like, back then, $20 for a 12-year-old, I'm like, dude, this is sick.
It's important. I truly do think so, because it sets the tone for your life.
Yep.
I have a brother who's 12 now, and he's got it fucking made. The kid lives in Lakewood, single child now, because myself and my other brother were both grown, moved out. So he's like the only child he's taken care of, right? Knows nothing about work. I bring him out landscape with me. First day, sweating bullets. Guy can't even handle it. He's getting his ass kicked. Yeah. Where 90-degree weather is just getting wrecked.
How do people do this all the time? It's like, dude, you got to put the work
I looked
in,
at him like, dude, like, I'm like, this shit sucks, doesn't it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, good. Go to the fucking NFL or go to school or do some shit so you don't have to do this, right? Because he's 12 years old. He's already taller than me. He's 6'2".
Yeah, that cat's, what's that cat eating, man? Is Wheaties or something?
Dude, I don't know what she's putting in his food.
Damn.
Maybe some Roundup or something.
And
but
it happened quick. Like, it was like a 2-week period where I haven't seen him, and he comes over and he's skyscraping.
12-year-old, as tall as I am.
It's crazy.
230 maybe. Wears my clothes.
Damn.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Shit.
He might be 6'8". That's what they say. So I hope he goes to the league. Shout out Zach.
I'm going to bring him grocery shopping with me, man. When I need to reach shit on that top shelf, I can't get it. Shout out Zach. We're going to Giant Eagle later, buddy.
No, but I mean, it's definitely important, like, to work from an early age, and if you have somebody who can put you into that early, it shapes you the rest of your life.
Yep.
Because now you're a hard worker, right?
Yep.
You're working you work at Swagelok, right?
Yep.
And what do you do with Swagelok?
So I'm a tow motor mechanic.
Okay.
So I basically do everything there. So I work on tow motors, which is, they call it powered industrial equipment, PI equipment. I work on the conveyor system. I fabricate, I weld stuff, cut steel, do all that stuff. Use SolidWorks.
So in simple terms, you're like a maintenance tech on just about everything.
Yep. So they call it a RX technician. It's reliability excellence is like in their house, like their phrase for it. But I do all that stuff, man, pretty much.
Swagelok's a good company.
Yeah. So I will be there.
Huge.
June will be 8 years.
Nice.
Already.
I used to work for Parker.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Parker Hannafin.
We're not shouting them out, guys, but
Yeah, we were competitors. I liked Parker. It was cool. I worked in the hydraulic valve division.
Okay.
Sales, though.
Ironically, our pie equipment has hydraulic hoses on it from the P word. I can't say it,
Parker's huge. They're global. There's Parker parts on fucking everything.
Yep. Everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
But and then people like don't know what Swagelok is either.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you guys make locks there, It's like, dude, we make everything. They do stuff for NASA. They make hose, fittings, Basically, the best way it was described to me was these valves you see around here, these aren't valves you're going to see at Home Depot because, they're cost a little bit of coin, but they're the stuff they go through to test their equipment, and it's phenomenal stuff. Great company. They've been great for me. They've helped create Powerstroke Rick. I mean,
shout out Swagelok.
Shout out Swagelok,
So I want to get in on that. How did you come up with the name? Like, what's the origin behind that?
Okay, so I got we're going to get in deep on this. I got 10 names. So, government name, if anyone's watching, ladies, if you need to know this, Nick Rizer is the government name. Nicholas, actually.
Shout out Nick, greatest name on the planet.
Yeah, right. We got Nicks everywhere, man. So, now is your name Nicholas too?
Yeah, but it's Nikolas.
Okay, I'm Nicholas.
Oh, you're a CH guy.
Yeah, I think.
Brutal.
I gotta ask my mom. I might have to phone a friend.
It's been a long time since you used the
Sorry,
name.
Mom. I might have to phone a friend on this one. But Nick Rizer, and then actually we're just gonna be talking about Ray a lot, man, because Ray back in grade 9, I think, started calling me Rick Nizer, which is all it is. My initials.
That's what I knew you of in high school. Is Rick Nizer.
Yeah. So he started calling me that, and my parents were like, "Why are they calling him Rick?" So my middle name is Richard.
Okay.
So ironic, it kind of works out, that my nickname's Rick. So I got people that call me Rizer. I got people that call me Nick. People that call me Nicholas. People that call me Rick. So most people actually probably call me Rick. So then that's kind of how the name started there. And then Powerstroke #1, my blue truck, I bought that in 2018. had that, and I'm like, I need another Powerstroke. So I got rid of the maroon truck, got the black truck in 21, and then Powerstroke Rick started.
So we'll drop some photos and videos of the truck. You might have to send me some stuff too. We'll get some stuff rolling.
Yeah, for sure.
So people at home who don't know trucks at all, Powerstroke is kind of a dirty name. What is a Powerstroke?
So Powerstroke is Ford's diesel. So it's a 6.7 liter diesel, and it's kind of how you gotta explain it because they hear Powerstroke. Oh, what is that?
This guy's got a wicked stroke.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. Like I told you, like who's this porn star following me? But
I mean, I'd like to be a porn star maybe one day. Any OnlyFans girls want to date me, hit me up. But yeah, so you got Dodge Cummins, you got Chevy Duramax, you got Ford Powerstroke. So that's always been the name for their diesel trucks. So that's kind of where the Powerstroke Rick name started.
So what's the difference? Obviously the fuel, you got to take diesel fuel, but what else goes into a diesel engine, and why do people like diesel?
Dude, honestly, people like diesel because of the black smoke. Like people that don't know about them, I want a diesel, man. I want to roll coal, I want to do black smoke, this and that, and then, which really that's like unburnt fuel.
Yeah.
So there's no spark plugs. There's fuel injectors, and then there's glow plugs that heat them up.
I didn't know about the no spark plugs.
No spark plugs. Yep. So you got glow plugs, heat the pistons up to like 1300 degrees. That's just kind of like a start thing. And then, the injectors, you basically have a high pressure fuel pump. You got some injectors spraying fuel in there, and then pistons. Internal combustion, pretty much. So it's exploding in there. And then when you see the black smoke, that's basically you're dumping some fuel through that thing.
But it looks good though.
It looks cool.
Especially if you have a stack in the back, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
I never knew that. See, because I was driving behind somebody on the highway the other day, and I'm like 2 cars behind it, and there's just all this black smoke. I'm like, is there a car on fire up here? What's going on? Like, it was a lot. And then I get behind it, and it's farting the black smoke. I'm like,
Not all of them, they don't come like that. So the EPA's watching.
Is it that DEF fluid stuff?
Yeah. If EPA, if you're watching, go tune into another channel. So you buy your truck from the dealership. I want to say 07, 08 and up, they started it really heavy with the EGR. So you got your, I'm going to say this right, exhaust gas regulations or something like that. I might have butchered that, but you got your EGR cooler in the engine, and then you have the DPF underneath the truck. So basically what the DPF is they want to filter that black smoke out. So there's literally a big turbine looking thing underneath your truck, weighs a few hundred pounds, and there's a bunch of filters in it. And then basically DEF fluid you put in, and that basically goes in and it cleans the filters out, and it goes into, I forget the actual term of it, but anyway, so it's basically pig piss in there. So yeah, swear to God. So all that stuff basically just to regulate the engine breathing, how it's properly supposed to breathe. And then it kills the motors. So
A lot of people delete that shit, right?
yes. So no. Yes. So
No, we don't.
Yeah, we don't
Never delete
do
that.
any of that
No.
stuff. If y'all need any Powerstroke work, hit me up. But yeah, so you got your delete kit is what they call it.
Yeah.
So everybody buys a diesel truck, say Ford, because that's mostly what I know. I want it to blow black smoke, So basically you're taking that DPF off underneath. You're throwing a 5-inch straight pipe, turbo back. Turbo's 4-inch and then goes into a 5-inch or 4-inch all the way back. You're taking your EGR cooler off, putting some block off plates on, rerouting some coolant hoses, because that's all it is. There's coolant running through the EGR cooler.
Yeah.
And then you got to throw a tune on it. So basically it's kind of cool. It's just like the main known one is like an EasyLink Auto Agent. It's all OBD2. Plug it in, and it's all cloud-based. So you get a tune from maybe said company. You flash your truck, the ECM, and then next thing you know, you got however they have it tuned. You got a certain tune. You got certain power levels, 200 horsepower tune maybe, which is usually the hottest. You're blowing some black smoke.
Yeah.
You might blow some other stuff too. The transmission usually likes it. It's okay, but
Well, I think it's fair to say your trucks don't blow black smoke, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, they're clean.
Yeah, got to be clean.
I actually don't have them anymore. The bank took them. They got repoed. So
Brutal.
We got a Kia Rio, baby. That's all we can afford.
Roll it
Side
through
note,
that thing.
though, I do want a Cummins because I thought it'd be cool to do a spinoff of Cummins, Stroke, and Rick, which I don't know how that's going to do for the viewers, but I mean, it sounds cool,
Hey, no, that is actually sweet.
The Cummins are cool though.
Yes.
I'm a Ford guy, so I got a 250, right? But I'm new to the truck game. This is my first truck ever. My brother, who's a welder, he's blue collar as they get. He's fucking come home blackface with just smut. Like, it's crazy. He's the one that got me into trucks. He's a big truck guy. He's got a 150. We don't need another 250. I have the 250 yet. Yeah. So I'm new to trucks, but I like trucks for the size. I think Ford makes the best 150. I think the 250. I like the Dodge 250s. I'll be honest with you. I think they're cool. 350, I love a Silverado, the 3500s.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're just stocky and beefy. But I think anything over 350, you got to go Ford.
Oh, yeah. Like,
know?
if I was rich, I'd have one of both.
That's what I would do.
One of each,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I would have a Raptor 150.
Oh, dude.
I'd have a Cummins 2500. I'd have a Silverado 3500, and then I'd have a honestly, dude, those GMC 5500s, the 08s.
Dude.
Those
Things are tits, man. I'd drive one of them to prom or something, man. That thing is fucking sweet.
I saw one of them on the road the other day and had a really fucking nice cigarette boat on it. I'm like, that is awesome.
Some money rolling down the road right there.
Yeah, those things are expensive.
You ever see them Kodiaks?
No.
Oh, man. Hey, Jamie, pull up one of them Kodiaks. It's one of the, I think it's like a 750 or something like that.
Jesus
Chevy
Christ.
made. I don't think they make it anymore, man, but it is just ginormous, man. Huge. And they'd be towing a whole bunch of big shit with them trucks.
It's crazy. So break down for me, what's the difference between a 150, 250, 2500? What's the difference in those?
Okay. So 150s, your half-ton truck.
Right.
So then when you get into the 250s, you have 3/4 ton, 350s a 1 ton, and then so on and so forth. So the 250s and 350s are pretty much very similar. So from your 150, I guess we can go.
And where do they add that extra weight? Is it in the frame?
So it's all different suspension and everything. So basically, let's just start. We'll talk about like the newer ones pretty much. So your 150 doesn't have a solid axle in the front. So your 150, it has the control arms, the struts. I forget the actual term that they call the axle on that, but it's not like a Super Duty to where a Super Duty you have a Dana 60 in 99 to 24 current. So you have a full straight axle in the front, coil springs, radius arms. The whole setup's pretty much different. Frame's probably thicker, bigger.
Yeah.
Different engines, obviously. So, but the 150s ride a hell of a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Because you have them control arms and them struts, and then how that setup is,
they're good daily drivers if you're a truck guy.
Yes.
That's why my brother got one. He's got a 18 XLT.
Yeah, they're nice,
A 150. It's a nice truck.
My brother-in-law, he has same year, 18. His is actually the same color as my blue truck, Blue Jean, little brother. So we put a lift kit on that.
Nice.
He looks like Pete Davidson. Shout out Pete Davidson.
out
You're
Pete.
watching
I
this.
don't like Pete Davidson.
I like
Don't like
Pete.
him?
No.
Yeah, we don't like him either.
I think he's kind of weird looking, and I had a crush on Ariana Grande in the beginning of
Brutal.
my adolescence, so I just kind of think he's kind of a weirdo.
She's pretty sweaty.
She's weird now. She's kind of like,
She is weird. I don't know what she got going on.
She
don't
looks
seem
kinda
she's
like
eating or
crackheady,
anything.
huh?
Something happened when she filmed that Wicked movie. I think
Yeah, dude. I think I saw a scene where she was scratching her neck in the one.
something's going
Out
on
or something, man.
for sure. That shit is scary.
so you got the 150s, the 250s, weight's kind of displaced everywhere. Obviously, you're going to get more power, bigger engines.
They're built to work pretty much. Your 250.
Yeah.
It's just a totally different layout.
So like with the 150, like you don't like if you're buying a truck for work, do you kind of want to stay away from like that? Like if I'm towing shit, pulling shit, like you want to get a bigger truck.
You can with that, but you're not doing nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Because again, it doesn't have a straight. It doesn't have a solid axle in the front. There's companies that make the plows for them now. Maybe like a 7-foot, 7.5-foot plow. But if you want to tow stuff, definitely buy 3/4 ton and up. I mean, if you want to throw mulch in the bed, tow a trailer.
You need the weight, grip the road better.
I mean, you could do whatever with the 150. I mean, here's the actual funny part is my dad back in 05 bought a 2005 Ranger, and he landscaped with that thing for 8 years.
Now, the Rangers, those are the smaller compact.
Yeah. So Ranger, I think.
Similar like a Ford Maverick.
Yeah.
The Colorados,
And
right?
I think that's considered like a 1/4 ton truck or something
yeah?
like that. He had a 7-foot plow on it, Boss.
Jeez.
Towed his 12-foot landscaping trailer everywhere.
Jeez.
About a yard of mulch in the bed, maybe. I mean, it had a solid frame on it. I mean, that thing was a little bona fide work truck.
Wow.
They're not really made for that, but
Yeah.
you could push the limits on just about anything pretty much.
Yeah, I knew that if I was going to start this landscaping business and whatever, I knew I had to go at least 250, especially if I'm plowing over and over
You
and
want
over
the
again.
3/4 ton all day.
8-foot plow on it. It's a beast. That
Yeah.
thing's a fucking tank. 6'2".
Yep.
Jeez.
That's what my dad has too. He actually has a 2012 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, they're solid trucks, man.
Yeah, they are.
They changed the look. What after 16?
So I forget what, dude, they have so many generations. They'll be like the 20th generation of the 150. So I don't know what gen we're in now, but so my blue truck, for example, is 11 to 16. So we have the same body style.
Yep.
And then 17.
I love that body style.
I
Like
do too, man.
before I ever got into trucks, when I was a kid, you would see those Ford commercials, Ford Tough, just slamming on the concrete,
Oh, yeah.
smoke going everywhere.
Yeah.
And before I ever knew I wanted a truck, I just remembered that look
Yep.
of the 11 to 16. So when I got one, I was more happy that I had that look of a truck.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all the new ones are cool with the lights and the new grills and all that other shit, but it's just nostalgic to me to see that 11 to 16 look.
You know what's cool too is like, you know, the little display, like your gauge cluster.
Yeah.
I don't know if yours does, but when I start my blue truck up, it actually like goes through like a little startup thing, and it like slams that gray like brick logo, boom, and it's
Mine
like
does not
forward.
have
I'm
that.
like,
I wish
dude.
I had that.
I'm like, that is tits, man.
I wish I fucking had that.
I wish I had another steel body, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I've contemplated getting rid of my black truck. So my black truck is a 17. It's 2017. They started the all aluminum body, which is cool because you're not getting
You're lighter.
You're not getting no rust either. I mean, they say aluminum can
That's
oxidize.
that's a big problem with the Fords is
Yes,
rust.
yes. That's why I don't drive my blue truck in the winter, because high school and afterwards I had 2 rotted out trucks, and I'm like, man, rust repair sucks.
Yep.
It's terrible.
It's hard to repair. So what are some ways you can prevent rust? I do. I use fluid film on the
Yes.
bottom every winter.
Fluid film has gotten big over the years.
It's huge. I use the black stuff too because that way it like looks
That's the
good.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys will go and they'll do the undercoat. The undercoating has gone way down over the years, like the rubberized undercoating, because you get chips in that, then you get moisture behind it, and it rots it out even more. So it's not as good as people thought it was. But fluid film, and my buddy does wool wax, which I believe that's kind of like a fluid film. That's a ticket, man. You spray that shit once a year.
The way I understand it with the fluid film, at least, it's like an oil based where it seeps into the metal and pushes the water out and repels metal. So it makes sense when you get the rubberized. It's just a coating going over top the metal. You get one chip, it's over with.
Oh, yeah, dude. You get moisture behind that shit, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So you don't want that.
Yeah.
Is that something you got to like keep putting on every year?
Once a year,
Once a year about?
Not bad. You spend, I mean, I would do it myself. I'd spend like $100, or not even $100, man. I think I'd get a gallon for like $50.
Yeah,
Spray a gallon
It's
of it.
not
you're
super
good to go.
expensive. It's got to have the sprayer and the materials. I'd take it to a guy in Medina. He does it my whole truck for $200.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The other thing is you need a lift.
It sucks.
It fucking, because that shit is like this fluid film stuff. You know Venom, how it just like, you know the Venom fucking black stuff from Spider-Man?
Yes.
Oh, like the dude shooting his fucking goo or
Yeah,
whatever?
like
Oh,
the
yeah.
glue everywhere. Like that's how that shit is. It reminds me of Venom because like it'll drip and bubble. And
So you're not rolling underneath your truck and
no,
spraying.
I made the mistake of trying to do that one time.
I've done it.
And you're getting fucking black glue
covered.
all over you. It's dripping, it's bubbling, it's cracking. It's a nightmare.
So all right, we'll talk about Ray again. So Ray's always telling people, hey man, talk to Rick. He does fluid film. I'm like, dude, stop fucking telling people I do fluid film. I don't want to do it, man. It sucks. Because I have done it for some side work. I've probably done the 1 year, man, I did my dad's truck, my buddy's truck, and my truck, all 3 Super Duties in my driveway. And it was fucking snowing out. That shit sucked. And I'm rolling underneath of it. I didn't have like one of them ghillie suits yet. I just had like some bibs and shit. You're all fucking fluid filmed up,
It's
you know.
a nightmare.
And then when I was working at my buddy's body shop 2 years ago, shout out Kayla. She just had a baby. But I did her Forerunner. And I mean, I put on jack stands. I bought one of them fucking Walter White fucking suits, you know, like some Breaking Bad shit. And I was fucking mad, dude. It's not worth it, man.
It sucks.
For me to do it, it's not worth it.
It sucks.
To do it, it's worth it.
If you have a whole business built around it where you have a lift, you have the power washer ready to go, you got everything ready to go, I can see you making some money on it because a lot of people don't want to do it, including myself. I'd rather pay $200 to get it done,
Dude.
because you're going to spend $100 on materials anyways.
Yep.
So
Here, I'd like to segue a little bit because this is something I think would be a cool question, and maybe I'll toss Nick under the bus here.
Nick, how many kids do you have?
none.
No, this is what I
Shout
want
out
to
Coke
know.
Zero.
Shout out Coke
I need
Zero.
a fucking sponsorship.
So, question: what do you think a true blue collared worker is? Right? Because there's people that claim to be blue collared but might not do actual blue collar things.
So is this where you're throwing me under the bus?
I'm not throwing you under the
I
bus.
have a
I'm just saying-
landscaping business,
I'm
but
just
I'm a
saying,
pretty boy.
But
man,
I'd say you're definitely more white collared than blue collared.
I call myself gray collar.
I think that if you go out and do a few lawns here and there, like, are you really blue collared or?
Wait a second. I have 77 lawns. So I don't just do a few lawns.
But you got people doing them.
You're like a hybrid, though.
I'm a gray collar.
You're
That's
like
what I
best
call
of both.
myself.
I like that. You're best of both.
So-
I started in sales and marketing and doing that all behind a desk for 6 years. And then I was like, okay, well, let's put this gray collar to work in a blue collar field. Because a lot of these blue collar guys, they go start their own landscaping business. They start their own whatever. They're all people that are not outgoing. So they don't know the sales and business side. So I was like, okay, I know the sales and business side. Let me just learn to landscape. I've been cutting grass since I was 12. Landscaping's easy. But let me learn that blue collar side. And it helps to
You
have
that
a brother.
advantage.
It helps to have a brother. You know what I
But
mean?
the question is, what do you think a true blue collar person is? Like, what are the What do you have to do, or like what does your life have to be?
I think you're kind of gray collar a little bit too.
Might be.
You're a little bit like you get your hands dirty, but you got clean fingernails right now.
Look at me, man. I look like I look like I fucking the first date or something, man. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know, man. I guess. What do you guys think I am? I mean, so here's what I do.
Looking at you off rip, I would say you're a blue collar guy. Yeah. Just by the way you look, by your page, working on trucks, like you're grinding. Early mornings.
Lucchese's?
Huh?
Lucchese boots?
Let's think about this for a minute. Now, what's some other brands out there?
All I know is Lucchese.
These ain't Lucchese's. Oh my god, I can't even think of the damn brands. I don't want to let the dogs out on the podcast. But I forget what they are. I forget what brand they are, man. But there's something.
So I think you're gray collar. You started in that blue collar, working young, trucks, whatever. But I think as you've segued, you're kind of stepping more into that white collar where like you're meeting people, you're friendly, you're funny, you can talk, you have a good marketing sense behind you. So I think you're similar to myself in that gray collar, but you're kind of backwards. You started blue, learned the white, now you're gray.
Yeah.
I started white, trying to learn the blue. Now
is gray even a real thing?
No, it's something I'm starting right now.
I want to know what the viewers think about that.
Can we fact
because Jamie, fact check that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll always be blue collar though, because I'll always be a mechanic pretty much. So I mean, I don't know, but I guess I do a little bit of both because kind of doing the YouTube and the editing and trying to do a website and stuff like that.
That's the white collar shit.
You know, I mean, I really think it's cool to be a hybrid. You know,
I think
like
so.
you have the stuff for your advantage. You know, you got that degree and everything, all that, and you're like, boom.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'll always be wrenching. I'll always be, maintenance guy. I'm pretty much a mechanic on the side. That's what I tell people. I worked at a body shop, so I always do blue collar stuff like that.
So if you're getting your hands dirty, you're blue collared.
Yeah. Usually we call these my dick beaters. Usually they are always dirty. Can we zoom? They are actually a little dirty, but not too bad.
So this will be an interesting take of what I think, bouncing off your question.
Go ahead.
I think it's easier for someone like yourself to be blue collar and learn the white collar stuff later versus myself learning the white collar. I was always in that, right? Like trying to learn the blue collar when you're not grown up into it is really tough.
Yeah.
It is like, even like I learn new stuff every day and I don't know shit compared to some of these people. I think it's tougher.
Yeah,
I do.
I could see that because probably working at Swagelok, the number one question I get, especially from younger guys that work there, how do I get maintenance? How do I get maintenance? They're not really just hiring anyone in maintenance. You got to have some type of degree or something or some type of schooling.
You got to have experience.
I happen to have a 2-year HVAC degree. So that's how I got into maintenance.
What degree?
HVAC.
Oh, okay.
HVAC. So
nice.
Sidebar, went to CVCC for heating and cooling. And starting out at Swagelok, I literally started out as a temp doing trash, cardboard, recycling, like bottom of the barrel. And then just
work your way up.
Because, again, we could talk about the must be nice people out there is, oh, must be nice, wish I'd had this or wish I made that money and this and that. It's like, dude, I started out at $13 an hour doing trash, cardboard, recycling, and they don't do that no more. And I wish they did because that's a really good test for a young 18-year-old kid because if you could put your all in doing trash and all this little stuff, then you're going to excel in anything else you do,
So you kind of climb the ranks at Swagelok. You started at 13. I think that's important, too. A lot of people job hop, trying to chase more money, which is fine. You might make more doing that. But if you stick with somebody for a little bit, level up, make some more money, the rest will come. My first job was Chipotle, Macedonia.
Really?
$9.25 an hour.
That's like me at Heinen's. I was making $8 an hour when I started there. I was like, man, I thought I was rich, man. I was like, shit, we going to the bank, baby.
Shit, back then, that was a lot of money.
It was.
It's crazy.
Different times back then, dude.
Crazy. Now if like you're making anything under 20, it's like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking brutal out here.
But yeah, again, like people like ask me like they want to like have the stuff that I have, and I'm like, they're too lazy to put the work in.
Yep.
Dude, I was working. So technically, I do have 2 jobs because YouTube I monetize off that, so that's an income. That's $10.99.
Nice.
OnlyFans, we're working on that. Shout out OnlyFans. And then obviously Swagelok, dude, I bust out about 1,000 hours of overtime a year, minimum.
Wow.
And we're 26 years old.
That's what it takes.
And I'm doing stuff that people our age don't normally do.
18-hour minimum days, probably.
So, like,
you're just sleeping.
Yeah. And then like that's really what I do. Like last year, just for fun, I'm working 12 hours a day at Swagelok, 5 days a week. And then I'd work 4 hours in my buddy's body shop in the morning. So you got 9 to 12 right there. Mm-hmm. You got 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And then weekends, side work on Saturdays, trying to do a YouTube video, film, edit that, do whatever, have a social life.
Yep.
all that, man. It's like
It's constant work. Even when you're not physically earning a dollar,
Yeah.
there's work that can be done
Yeah.
to build the dream.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Huge.
It's crazy stuff.
Huge.
So you want to walk us through like what was your first big build that like when you got into it where you're like, holy shit, like this is
Like project or like truck wise?
either one.
We'll do truck wise. You're
Like one of mine or a customer's?
whatever. No more. We'll separate the oil changes and fluid changes and like beginner.
Yeah.
What's over there?
Probably the blue truck. Blue truck.
What'd you do to it?
What didn't I do, dude? I have a list on my phone, so I'm very like OCD about everything. So I legit have for my black truck and my blue truck, I have in my notes, 2015 Powerstroke, what I paid for it, and I have every single item that I've bought, what I paid for it, added up, how much money I have in the truck, like everything, like fluid changes. I have the dates down, the mileage. Like I am like
That's big though.
very OCD about everything.
That's big in the resale business because people want to know what you do. The Carfax.
Yep.
Carfax don't track anything.
So to give a quick overview of the blue truck, I've lifted it like 4 times. And I mean, I finally got to the point now where I'm like, got a house, so I got the garage where it just fits in. I'm
Congrats on that, by the way. It looks dope.
appreciate it. Got to have you guys out soon,
You
man.
got 3-car garage?
Dude, I
It's
got,
fucking huge in that.
so I have a 32 by 64 building.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
I have the 2.5 car garage attached. So the Rio has a good life now. Rio's never been garage.
You got to be sitting on a couple acres over there. Are you
Acre.
Macedonia?
Ravenna.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So 1 acre out in Ravenna. I got a lot of garage, man. But anyway, so the blue truck, quick overview of that. It's sitting on a 9-inch lift right now. It's on 26 by 16 KG1 forged wheels, 38 1550 tires, bunch of motor work done to it, 2600 piece Starlight Headliner,
Nice.
212s and a whole audio system, platinum interior swap, color match, everything you could think of, paint to match items. I mean, the list goes on. The suspension, it's all long travel leaf springs in the rear. So the rear is actually a 7-inch lift and there's no block. So it's just big Deaver springs, which is rides really good.
Yeah.
4-link system in the front. All the suspension's all upgraded, heavy duty stuff. It just, I could sit here and talk to you guys about it now.
Dumped
So I don't wanna
tons of
bore
money into
anybody.
this truck.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Starlight Headliner. So
Man.
you know how like the Rolls Royce has like the stars in the roof?
Yeah.
He did that to his truck.
Really?
Both trucks.
Both trucks.
Dude, I was madder than a midget trying to yo-yo doing that shit, man. It was a lot, man. It was a lot. So I'll tell you guys a story about how that started. So no bad blood, but I got a buddy that I know into the trucks and stuff like that. And he does Starlights on the side. So he's like, hey, I actually had this car. I had a 2010 Malibu that I bought from a guy at work, like $500.
Nice.
Didn't run. I'm like, I might flip it or I might drive it. I don't know. So I was sitting at the body shop, and which is 4 Wheel Customs. Shout out 4 Wheel Customs.
I've seen
And,
them actually. Yeah.
You need anything done, man? My boy Dave will take care of you. That's my boy Picasso. That's what I call him. But anyway, so I have this car, and this dude wanted this car. And he's like, hey, man, I could do a Starlight in your blue truck, in exchange for the car. We'll do like an 800-piece Starlight. We'll wrap it in black suede. All right. Normally, I don't let anybody work on my stuff. I do all my stuff myself. But I'm going to be there. I'm doing it with them.
Right.
Long story short, we're there at the body shop all day, and Dave did his truck before, and he's like, dude, you ain't going to get this done in a day. And I'm like, we'll get it done. It was a long, 18-hour day pretty much.
Because you got to individually put each light.
Yes. So I'll walk you through the process of that. It is like, you got to be a crackhead to do this. And I'm a legal crackhead because I have Red Bull, Zins, Marble Reds. Shout out Marble Reds. So what makes the story even better is I'm with this girl that I met off Tinder. She came over to my house that Friday night, and she didn't want to leave. So she basically lived with me for the weekend. Wow. So she was there the whole time with me, and she got some problems too. I mean, shout out her. I still like her. She's cool, but she had a little bit of
Hope
problems.
she's making you sandwiches and all that.
She didn't make me nothing. She just gave me a hard time.
Yeah. Those sandwiches.
Yeah, I ain't going to name drop, but shout out to her. So we're at the shop. We do this headliner. Everything can go wrong. That can go wrong pretty much.
Yeah.
His truck actually breaks down on the spot. He lives an hour away. So he has to find someone to tow his truck home, and he has no ride home. We basically slap this thing together. And the process of the headliner is you got to take the whole interior out, seats, center console, everything. All
Really?
your plastics, everything's got to come out just to get it out.
Oh, yeah, because you got the plastic going up.
Yep.
That probably is
And then
behind.
you take it down and you go out at an angle out one of your doors.
Damn.
So that's out. Boom. Then you wrap it in black suede, which uses like this really powerful adhesive glue. Supposed to let it dry. We didn't really let it dry. And this is stuff I didn't know because I've never done one. But I kind of learned wrong and what to do from him.
Right.
He does good work. It's not his fault. But we did it, put it together. Then you got to basically poke. I think we did an 880 piece. We got to poke 800 holes. Then you got to poke 800 lights through. Then you got to glue 800 lights from the back. Then you got to trim them. We trim them to like 6 inches. Trim the lights. Then put it in the interior. Then flush cut them. It's like crazy repetitive stuff. So long story short, the whole liner in the back that we glued, it ended up sagging down.
Oh,
like
man.
hundreds of stars you couldn't see. It was just a shit job, and I wasn't happy with it. He knew that, and no bad blood. You know, I'm like, it was just a shit day for both of us. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
So me being me, I let shit like that bother me. I can't let it be like that.
Had to fix it.
I go to Ford, buy a brand new headliner, which that hurt my asshole. That was expensive. But luckily, shout out Dave, gets a discount there. So I buy a headliner, and I'm like, I'm doing a 1,300 piece headliner. I'm going big, you know? So in my parents' basement. So I have the headliner, the brand new one in there. I start doing it, and I'm like, he taught me to map the holes out. So like,
is this the one that Ray helped you on?
yes.
I remember seeing it on his story.
Ray,
I'm like,
Ray
Jesus
came
Christ.
over. He helped me out a lot, actually, with that. It's just it's cool OCD stuff. You know, it's just like repetitive, you know? And so I'm doing 1,300 pieces. And the way he showed me to do it is you take the top of your headliner and you basically draw a big square and then you cut it into fours. So like you do like 250, 250, 250, and then dot all the holes with Sharpie. A guy like me is not someone you want to map out holes because numbers and shit like that doesn't, you know, grams and ounces, I know that, but numbers don't really work out too well in my head. So, dude, I ended up 1,300 is what I bought, right?
Yeah.
I ended up putting 2,600 in that thing.
Jeez.
So you can tell how good I am at counting holes because it's looks are deceiving. Like the holes, you may space them out like this, but it's like they're super close. They're closer than you think they are.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow.
I have two 1,300 piece kits in the blue truck. So I did it all myself. Ray stopped by. He helped me out, hanging out, flush cutting, you know, hot gluing stuff like that. Good time. And then the accident happened with my black truck, which that's another story. And then I had to pull the windshield on it. So then I'm like, if you actually pull your windshield, you can walk the headliner right out without taking your interior out. So since I had that down, Dave's like, dude, you should probably do the headliner in this. I wasn't planning on doing it like a month after I did the blue truck, but here I am again in my basement poking 2,600 holes. Because the second time I ended up buying just 2,600.
Powerstroke Rick is good at poking holes, huh?
Like a sore dick can't beat it, y'all. I'll poke a hole, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll put some glue on the hole too, you know? So that's the story with that, man. But it's a lot of work. I mean, with working 2 jobs, you know, full time, I think it took me 3 weeks to do the blue truck. And then I got quicker. It took me 2 weeks to do the black truck. I think because
so you're driving around 3 weeks without your headliner.
Yeah. Yeah, well, sitting pretty much because blue truck was sitting. You know, I got the other vehicles to drive and stuff like that.
Right.
So the black truck was actually in the body shop, so it was kind of like worked out either way, you know.
Do you do body work at all? Or you're just all
So
stuff?
I was a paint prepper, 4-wheel customs. So the story with 4-wheel customs is that's probably my favorite thing in life, man. Is just like meeting people,
Right.
Like meeting you guys, like hanging out with you guys. I could probably meet like 10 other good people through you guys.
Right.
Like it's awesome. So like
That's the best part of life.
the story with 4-wheel customs. 3 years ago, maybe over 3 years ago, I had some door handles on my truck. Took them off to get paint match. I didn't have a painter. The dude that would do paint match for me was, you know, Austin Salisbury?
Yeah.
His dad, Spencer Salisbury. Shout out Spencer if you're watching this.
Salisbury's funny.
That dude is Picasso, man. He could paint.
Really?
He did the bumpers. He did a lot of shit on my blue truck before Dave.
I know them. I used to date Austin's cousin.
Okay.
Back in high school.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just being around them, that dude is
Yeah,
hilarious.
he is Skip Dog, man. That's my boy, dude. But he could fucking paint, man. He did a lot of paint match for me on the blue truck.
Nice.
They moved to Florida. I'm like, fuck, I don't got a painter. Because the thing with body shops is they make their money with insurance jobs and then doing your typical repairs. No one wants to do paint to match which if anyone's knowing what paint to match is, you got your stuff that's not painted from the factory, your mirrors, your valance on your bumper, you know, your door handles. Like, it's a pain in the ass. It's shit work to do. You got to tear stuff down into a bunch of pieces. You got to prime them. You got to wet sand them because you want it to be smooth.
Right.
It's a lot of work, and the reward's there, but the money's not really there.
Right.
So I had these door handles. I didn't have a painter. It's 3 years ago. I take it to this diesel shop. Never met the guy, but he's like, oh, I got a painter. You know, he could do it. Dude dicked me around for like a month and a half. And I ain't going to name drop, but once a week I would text him. It was just lies, excuses. So I talked to my powder coater, Anthony. Shout out Anthony Padala, my powder coater, and tell him the story. And he's like, dude, that guy's painter is Dave at 4 Wheel Customs. I'm like, who the fuck is Dave at 4 Wheel Customs down in Valley View? So I'm like, all right. So I end up cutting through the middleman, talk to Dave.
Right.
Like this guy was going to charge me like $800 just for dropping him off to Dave. Dave charged me $300. Boom.
Nice.
So from there on out, I met Dave. We built a relationship. You know, we had similar interests, you know, so I'd stop down there once a month, you know, hang out, you know, say hi. And then August of 23, I found out he had cancer. So he had some stage 3 cancer going on. So him and his body guy, you know, they're pretty busy. You know, they kind of wanted some extra help, you know.
Yeah.
So his body guy, Elvin, shout out Elvin. The dude is amazing. Puerto Rican dude, 20 years in the business doing body work. I've seen him, a panel that's curvy and wavy, I've seen him straight, like no tomorrow. So they end up talking to me like, hey, you want to work here part-time? And I'm like, yeah, sure, man, why not? Year and a half later, I did that for a year and a half. The reason I don't do it anymore is because it's working second shift. I'd go there in the morning.
Yeah.
I now live 48 minutes from there.
Yeah.
So before I lived like 10 minutes, so it's easy, you know?
Right.
So working for Dave, probably met like 30 good people, man.
Yeah.
Got invited all the family. Like they're basically like family now.
Did you say that catapulted Powerstroke Rick, like in your own personal brand?
That helped, yes,
Yeah.
because we were like cross promoting. So I was running his Instagram page, I was running the Facebook page, and I was doing my stuff, trying to help him out. You know, he helped me out, and thankfully too. So like all of the builds, everything I've done, even side work, has been all in my parents' driveway in Enid Estates.
Yeah.
Like in an HOA, like
yeah.
not allowed, like not
in
a
the States is where Heba, we did her house.
Yep.
Shout out Heba.
yeah, not a shout out to my neighbors that lived there. They didn't. Well,
Probably hated that.
yeah, they were probably glad that I moved out, but so everything I did was there. So then when I met Dave would let me do side work at the shop. So again, grateful for fucking Dave for that, you know, helping me out with the stepping stone. But dude, I probably met all of his group of friends, say like 20 people. I've made so many good friends and like just like family members, I'll say, out of it. Like my one buddy, Ryan, he actually lives, ironically, 4 minutes from my house right now.
Nice.
I moved out by him. I didn't even know I did it, you know? But just everybody that I've...
neighbor.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, you moved right by me. I'm like, I did not know that.
yeah.
But everybody that I've met through them, like you guys might see in my posts, like me with a bunch of kids and shit, and they're like, Powerstroke Rick, how many fucking kids you got? And I'm like, none that I know of, but I'm like an uncle to their kids or whatever, you know? And so they're all good people. So that was a good learning experience. I know I just made that story about Body Shop longer, but...
Oh, it's important though. It's
Yeah.
important because networking is prime. It's key.
Yes.
You gotta meet the right people. And how could you meet somebody, get good with them, become good friends, build a relationship? They're gonna want to introduce you to more people. So that's a very important lesson for the viewers at home is if you meet somebody who's in a higher place than you might be or is high up in the field that you want to be, get good with them. You don't gotta suck their dick, but just be a good person, be reliable, be a hard worker, and the rest will come. And then they'll introduce you to other people. Those people will introduce you to other people. It's just a big network.
That's literally what happened, man.
Yeah.
I got a guy. I
Spiderweb.
got a guy for everything: concrete, window tint, you know, powder coat, you know, everything. I mean,
But I ain't got a guy for that.
yeah, literally. I can sing that song right now, dude. I got a guy for everything.
Nice.
But back to the bodywork question. What I did there, I was basically a paint prepper, so I didn't really do too much bodywork. Bodywork sucks. But I learned a ton. So I would do all the color match work. So I would sand the stuff down, prep it. You know, I basically learned everything but painting. I learned how to mix the paint. I realized it's crazy. Like my blue truck, for example, there's like 6 different paints that go into that one color.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Like, and it's all like you weigh it on a scale.
He's a painter.
I do. Yeah. I do
Okay, so you know how it is then.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I kind of miss working there. It's been since November is when I stopped working there because November, December is when I was buying my house and then I was basically out, you know. But I learned a lot and I did a lot of side work through them.
Yeah.
I do a lot of automotive stuff. He had a lift there, so I'd do like we fit probably a 150, like a half-ton truck. That's another thing too. We were talking about trucks earlier is the weight. So a half-ton weighs way less than a 3/4 ton. So the lift they had at the shop wasn't rated for a 3/4 ton
Oh,
truck.
shit. So it couldn't even lift it up in the air.
So like if I was doing a lift kit on a 150 or a Chevy 1500, boom, you're dialed in. I was doing it there. But just I basically gained a family out of it, man. And learned a lot about body work, detailing cars, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Drove probably 150 different vehicles.
Wow.
Because, you know, you're moving vehicles in and out. It's a
Right.
body shop. You know, you got insurance stuff. You got regulars dropping stuff off, you know, and it was a good experience. I wouldn't want to do it full time. I mean, there's a lot. My dick beaters were hurting, man, after sanding, man. I tell you what.
So we started at the beginning. We learned a lot from the beginning.
What? We want to get into the rapids?
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, Let's do this halftime report.
All right.
Smack
So,
this out. We got some.
Viewers at home, halftime
I'm
report.
nervous.
Halftime report. What's going to happen here? Hadley's going to lead the charge. Rapid fire 10 questions. You could expand on them as much as you want. You can make them as short as you want. If you want to decline and plead the fifth, you can do that as well. It's going to be you two, and I'll kind of chime in and commentate. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready, Freddie.
All right, first one. I actually been wanting to ask this because I see you got a whole bunch of tattoos. What's your favorite tattoo you got?
It's on my leg, but I can't show you guys right now because I'm not taking my pants off.
That's fine.
I'll show you guys off the air. I actually got it in Nashville, and I sent it to my mom, and it's not really a tattoo your mom would like, but shout out mom. She still loves me, I think. So that's probably my favorite. And then I have like a three devil-headed
That's
thing right
sweet.
here that hurt the worst, but I love that one the most.
That is sweet.
Yeah, you're tatted up, man. I didn't
You're
even know
tatted
you're
up. I
that
like that.
tatted.
I look like I just got out of the
Badass.
joint, man. That's why I tell people.
I got no tattoos out here.
You're clean. They say I wouldn't do good in prison, though, but,
I want to kind of segue off of that first question, though. I see you got 2 timepieces, different times.
I do. Well, this is actually a boost gauge.
Oh, is it?
Yep. See, I tricked you.
You did trick
So
me.
boost gauge here, and then the time. Where's my clock at,
front.
dude? I don't even know.
What's the time on there for?
So side note on that is I kind of had a little drug problem back when I was like between 18 and 20.
Okay.
So that was the last time that I did my last thing.
Good.
So
Wow.
Good for you, man.
Beautiful.
it's been 6 years sober on that. So
Good for you, man.
thank you,
Before you go on to the next question, I want to comment on how fucking awesome Nashville is.
dude.
Nashville is fucking. I want to go
Man.
there so bad.
I went last year
Dude.
for the first time. Shout out Nash, dude.
Shout out the ladies at Nashville, man.
Dude,
My
seriously.
Lord, man. They got them things.
I had a girlfriend at the time, so I was behaving myself. But if I ever go back there again, it's gonna be trouble.
Oh, dude, me and 4 of my buddies went for Supercross. It
It's-
was rowdy.
I was there for the Nashville Marathon, so there was like 150,000 people just running the marathon alone.
Dude, that's
So
wild.
on top of the regular Broadway crowd. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's wild.
Nashville's
down
so sick, and this was right before they announced Morgan Wallen's bar. So I'm on the way back. The Buc-ee's wasn't even open. I'm like, damn it, I want to try Buc-ee's. It's not even open. I'm like, oh shit, they're about to build Morgan Wallen's bar. I'm like, of fucking course.
Yeah.
Right before I'm leaving,
there. When we're down there, it wasn't even built still yet.
Oh, yeah?
They were working on it. And we're like, damn, we want to go to it, but
I hope when I get big, I can get Morgan Wallen on the podcast.
yeah,
It'd be sick.
shout out Morgan Wallen. Come on the podcast.
He's,
You need
he's-
Powerstroke worked on. I got it.
All right, question 2. Go-to tool in the garage.
3/8 snap-on ratchet, locking flex head.
3/8 snap-on, locking flex. Are you a snap-on guy?
I am. I'm a little snap-off fucking whore. I'm a tool guy. Well, I had 2 snap-on guys last year, which is fucking terrible. You should only have one, which is really bad. But I love all tools. You go in my garage, I got Snap-on, Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh, Husky, Craftsman.
Shout out Harbor Freight, dude.
Shout out Harbor Freight.
People sleep on Harbor Freight.
Oh, and then the Icon shit now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're copying Snap-on, but dude, it's like a sore dick. You can't beat it. I have to say that.
It's cheap, decent quality tools. I mean, I'm a Milwaukee guy, but Harbor Freight is where I go for everything that I don't want to spend $600 on.
I have a ton of.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a big Milwaukee guy too.
Yeah.
I'm literally just a tool slut, man. Like I love a good fucking tool. Like I'll buy a fucking tool. I might not use it for 20 years, but I got it.
There's this dude on YouTube, I forget his name, but he buys like pallets of shit and then he'll test all the tools. And
The tool review guy.
yeah, he's like some big guy. He's kind of funny. He's got a
Like
whole
a
team.
million some subscribers.
Yeah, he's got this big giant facility.
Yeah.
They did a test of all the drills. Makita, Ryobi,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah.
Project Farm.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Yes.
Shout out Project
And
Farm.
the Milwaukee won.
Dude, Milwaukee.
They won. They dropped it from like 20 feet, and it was the only one that still worked after a 20-foot drop.
I like Makita.
Boo.
All right, we'll be right back.
Step on side real quick.
I like everything, dude. I have it all, man.
He's just been
Everything.
everything. Let's step out back real quick.
yeah.
What's the weirdest DM you've got?
You probably get some fucking freaky
Get some
shit.
funky
being,
stuff, huh? With the Powerstroke Rick.
Not really, man. Not too much.
No lot lizards.
I mean, I'll take a lot lizard, but dude, like the trucks are like fucking cock magnets, man. It fucking sucks. Like, how many dudes, oh, dude, sick truck. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I don't say that, but I'm just like, yeah, I want some fucking bitches to DM me or something,
That's funny.
I've actually hooked up with a girl over like Instagram from like her like constantly like liking older photos like in the middle of the night.
That's
and
a
like
sign.
heart and stories and like
Sign.
no really. I have to think about that, man. We might have to go in the archive here, but no really random messages.
That really pops out. That's fine.
No. I mean, if y'all want to send some random messages, fucking make my day.
ladies, let's get this fucking guy's DM juice right now.
Juice it up.
Hey, a wife is temporary, baby mama's forever. That's my new slogan.
Hey, that's real though.
Got procreating this bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody from our class grade, you don't got to drop names, but
Would I? Or like anybody DM?
have you?
Nah, it's usually all girls with problems, man, pretty much. None that go to our school.
They kind of all got problems.
Yeah. So the ones that I attract, it must be my image or something, man. I just look like I need help or something. You know, I don't know, man.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I only get the crazy,
Yeah.
ridiculous ones. I have a few from our class grade. Not going to drop any names,
Okay,
but
dang.
hey,
Shout
man.
out them.
Shout out those ladies.
We'll bounce off of that a little bit. Here's a question that I've been asking during the Rapids. Wife, overrated or underrated?
Man, I don't know, because I mean, I probably could have had the opportunity a couple of years ago, but I kind of like didn't do that. You know, I was in a big relationship and then it ended, you know, and it was kind of like different places, shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if I could ever get married. I kind of just want a baby mama, as bad as that sounds. I don't want to pay child support, though, ladies. So, I mean, if we could just have like a kid together and hang out, you know, me talking shit. Eventually, I would like to probably find a wife and settle down, have a little Bubby and Bobby running around the backyard or something, you know. I can't keep doing all this work myself all these years.
Yeah,
you know? I need
somebody's got to do
to
it.
fucking train someone. And if I have all women, I hope they're all lesbians. So,
Brutal.
side note on yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
So I know you've been seeing it. One gorilla versus 100 men. Who do you got?
Man, my boy Justin. Shout out Justin Holmes if you're watching this. He just told me about it the other day. I didn't even know about
That
it.
shit is crazy, right?
I told him I think they could do it. I said, dude, you gotta sacrifice like 30 of them cats at once.
It depends
Whoever's
on the men, right?
True.
That's
Most men are fucking pussies nowadays. So
That is true.
You'd have to have a good roster. I've seen a few rosters like people making them like front runners, fucking like some people in the bait, like people don't like,
yeah.
Neon and like
yeah, if you get a bunch of these fucking
a
video
bunch
game
of corny
streamers,
people and just
yeah.
throw them in
You're
first.
done
Those
for.
they're getting snapped. They're getting ripped in half.
but maybe 100 of your Powerstroke Rick friends that might
I
do
think
well.
so, man. I know some hillbillies that
like
got fucking strong
David
backs and
Goggins in
weak
there.
minds. I think they
some
can fucking take
UFC
them on.
fighters, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah,
You gotta put some big bodies.
It
in
all
there.
depends on the team.
It's
right?
a gorilla.
Yep. I could see it.
You can see it happening.
I can see it happening.
The problem is no one
that gorilla.
100 fucking strong, capable men. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That would be
Just-
crazy.
These type of guys are dime a
A
dozen.
lot of
out
them
there.
dudes are gonna get wiped out. I'll tell you that. That's why I say at least like 20 dudes that have them run at first, man. Y'all are getting fucking wiped
Yeah,
out.
those are the
pretty much.
distractors. You go distract them while the real men.
We're
come and follow up.
sacrificing you guys pretty much. Like
Pretty
y'all got to
much.
be okay with that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Cybertrucks?
They're cool. I don't fall too much into them. I think they're cool. Would I own one? Probably not. I guess, you know, I'm that blue collar, you know, it's got to make noise, the engine, you know, type of guy, you
So
know.
you're definitely gas over electric vehicles.
Yeah,
all
gas
day.
over electric. But I think they're cool as fuck, though. I think they are.
I think they're fucking sweet out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I would like to drive in one.
I think that's a big attractor is the noise. Like, especially when you
Yeah.
go out on a nice tunnel and you just fucking destroy it.
Yeah, we're gonna, like, what are you going to do in that, you know?
It sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
right. But, again, I think they're cool, but maybe one day. You never know.
What's a movie you'll never get tired of watching?
Forrest Gump, man.
Forrest Gump's a badass
Yeah,
movie.
fucking Jenny did his ass dirty, man. That bitch got
Damn.
fucking AIDS, fucking
Oh, my
cheated on him and
goodness.
shit. I love you, Jenny. He still fucking loved her.
Still loved her.
That shit is
But
brutal.
that was my favorite movie as a kid, man. I just liked like all the different scenery of it, you know. Lieutenant Dan, the motherfucker ain't got no legs and shit, and yeah.
That was
definitely a
question
good
6, by the way, just so you keep track.
Actually, that was 7.
Oh, looks like I'm not
Yeah,
keeping track.
I'm
yet.
bouncing them on my,
I
in
can't
my
count
head.
either.
I
I'm
got
with
you.
you.
Yeah, I'm in there. Here's a good one. Kind of bouncing it off the movie thing. If there was a documentary about your life, who would you want to play the role of Powerstroke Rick?
What a great question.
Probably some fucking Mexican dude, because everyone says I look fucking Mexican. Some fucking dude. Everyone thinks I'm Puerto Rican or Mexican, man. I swear to God, they're like, man, what the fucking mailman look like at the time? I'm like, I don't know, man.
Jeez.
I don't know who would play me. Actually, when we were at Supercross in March, Jason Anderson, one of the racers, I guess I look like him, and his nickname's El Hombre. So I'm like, this broad came up to me at the bar, and she's like, El Hombre? And I'm like
what?
huh? I'm like, nah, I'm drinking a vodka Red Bull. I'm like, what? She thought I was him, but why would he be out the night before his race? You know,
Right.
obviously, but I think she had a few too many, but
Do you do any racing stuff, or you just kind of go for
no.
it?
I grew up riding dirt bikes. Shout out to my dad. Got my first dirt bike when I was 5. Got on it, rode into a tree in my front yard.
Nice.
Didn't ride again until I was 7. And my mom actually told my dad, don't buy him a dirt bike. Dad did it anyway. Shout out Mark the Shark for buying that dirt bike, because that fueled the passion right there.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to get Joey B on the pod.
yeah, Joey B, man. Because he does all the racing with the crotch rockets and everything, man. He's got a lot of cool shit going on. The excavating.
Cool, he's got a Corvette too.
Yeah, I need him.
Engine in the back.
I need him to come to my house, put some concrete in. Shout out Joey B. I need concrete.
I'm trying to collab with him a little bit because I don't want to do any excavating on these landscaping jobs that I do.
Yeah, that'd be
you know what I mean?
He does all the heavy
huge.
equipment stuff.
Yep.
That'd be clutch.
Yep.
So I got 2 more.
Yeah.
We'll
do something fucking juicy.
Yeah.
I want him to have to decline something.
juicy.
Yeah, dude, I haven't declined nothing yet, man. Shit.
You got anything juicy? Come up with something.
I hit him with this CLE exotic question out here.
Go ahead. Fuck it.
You got a worst ex?
Oh yeah, dude.
Fire it up.
You want
worst ex?
Worst ex?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. You want to talk about bedroom stuff?
Just overall.
Overall.
All right, so I'll tell y'all. I'll tell y'all the girl that turned me out. Right. So the girl that turned me out when I had that little the Lord V card. So because high school I used to be a little heavier set. I was like, you ever seen Ryan Reynolds Just Friends?
Yeah.
That was me. I wouldn't get no pussy, man. I was fucking friends with everybody. He's a good friend, and I'm like, fuck you. I'm not a good friend.
You did lose some weight. You look good, dude.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm still trying to maintain over the years, but
it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. So this girl that turned me out, I didn't realize that not all women like this shit, So I'm like, she wanted to get like, spit in the face, and stuff like that. Have you guys ever had to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I never had to do that. So she wanted me to like, drink like a gallon of chocolate milk, and I'm firing loogies in her face, man.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, like wanted me to punch her in the face. I couldn't do any of that.
Whoa.
But, I mean, I smacked her. I'm not no bitch,
Smack
but
around a little bit.
like brother sister Holocaust survivors, like role play shit, like some weird shit, weird shit, man.
Oh.
She's good people, not really. She's a bad person, but cheated on me, shit like that. But just a lot of nasty shit in the bedroom, So then I realized that not all women like to get spit in the face. That's a little.
Did you have to learn that the hard way? Like you first time fucking this girl, you spit in her face. She's like, "What's wrong with you?"
We'll be right back. Maybe. But yeah, you realize that not all women like that. So I'm like, all right. So really, I guess you could say bad. It was it was a bad relationship. We were doing fucking drugs and shit, and it was one of those. And
Jeez.
not a shout out to her, but
Crack horse.
I guess shout out to turning me out. Pretty much. Yeah.
All right, final question. I'll be honest, it's not a juicer. I'm just kind of curious.
Go ahead.
You got like a song you like to play while you're working, like a go-to song that fires you up while you're working on trucks and shit?
Dude, man, I'll listen to the damn fucking soap opera fucking song. I'll listen to anything. So I have all my shit playlist in Apple Music. Shout out Apple Music. It's got like 2,000 songs in it. So my main genre, what kind of music do you think I listen to before I say anything? What do I look like? I identify as music-wise.
Like a
What do I identify as?
Yeah.
honestly, like a classic rock type of guy.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do look like that. Yeah. So music has always been big in the household. Like my dad loves his music. Dude, like to this day, dude doesn't realize we're in 2025. He still has his CDs and stuff like that. He's got
Nice.
I respect it. I think it's sweet.
It is. So I always grew up listening to classic rock.
Okay.
Classic rock, country, a lot of rock, metal.
Okay.
Old school rap, not too much new school rap. My boy Justin, he'll turn me on to some newer rap. I don't really listen to it that much, but
For sure.
dude, I listen to everything, man. I was bumping Shania Twain on the way here, man. I don't give a fuck. My
I'm like that too. I'm versatile as fuck.
Oh yeah, it'll go all over the place, man. It might go Shania Twain, Jonas Brothers, Slipknot. I mean, it's all over the place.
There you go. Hell yeah.
I might turn it down when I'm in the garage and some of that, gay shit comes on. I'm like, they're gonna.
Depending on who's around, right?
Neighbors ain't gonna think I'm tough, So.
One song could be your last play.
Dude, probably I bumped that new Post Malone album a lot, and
F1 Trillionaire.
yeah, him and Morgan Wallen. What is it? Had some help.
Got some help.
Yeah,
Badass
I bumped that
song.
one a lot.
Wow.
Definitely.
I would if I had to choose one song to go to. Dramatic pause. Freebird.
I knew you were gonna say Freebird.
I fucking
Freebird,
love that
the
song.
guitar solo come on, man.
Badass song.
Dude, I mean, going back to Nashville. So when I was at second to top floor, third floor of they want to make him the mayor of Nashville. What's his name? Kid Rock.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
go
bar
ahead.
is rowdy, dude. It's fucking great. Third floor, Kid Rock's bar. This fucking guy, he's like, all right, you guys want to hear Freebird? In Nashville, you got to pay to hear Freebird.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
It's a hard song.
because
That's why.
all of those they don't make money from the bar. They make their money off tips. So even when like we went to the farm the other like 2 weeks ago.
That was
and there
like
was a
St.
Nashville
Patrick's Day
bar.
weekend. Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day weekend. There was a Nashville band that came up.
It was badass too.
And they made the crowd of the farm in Cleveland pay to hear Freebird.
What?
So it's typically
I
like
think I saw your story when you. Yeah.
typically
Everybody wants to hear that song.
it's typically
I
like
feel
$100. Everybody chips in, $10 here,
yep.
$5 there. But this guy said $100 plus a Corona bottle. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? I bought the Corona bottle, handed it to the guitar guy. Eventually, the crowd worked up $100. 8-minute song, few guitar solos. This guy, one of the greatest. I have the video still. Greatest guitar guy I've ever seen. First, he starts off playing above his head, behind the back, tongue. Then he takes the Corona, pops top, destroys it. Corona bottle.
Holy shit.
With the bottle. That's fucking crazy.
Dude, that's fucking lit.
It was
man.
awesome.
That would be so sweet to see. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I'm about to rip a piss. You guys continue.
Yeah. I actually had to do another thing about music, which I hate that I forgot this, but Kid Rock, man. I'm a Kid Rock fucking fan.
He's a G, dude.
Like, I just forgot about this because I listen to so much different music, but every year in Apple Music, he's my most played.
Really?
Like, albums, songs, and some of my friends actually make fun of me. I'm not good at thinking on the spot, I don't think. Because every time you come over, there's like Kid Rock playing.
I like Kid Rock. Did you see when he was in the White House with that American suit?
Dude, that shit cracked me up.
That shit
man.
is so gangster,
He's
dude.
fucking hilarious.
I think Kid Rock's a savage. I love country music though. I'm a DJ on the side, so I have to know all music. Now I'm starting to get into the emo shit, the fucking EDM shit.
I love that too.
Yeah, I do like it actually. And once you start to play it over and over again, you start to like the stuff.
Yep.
And to be a good DJ, I gotta know all of it, right?
Yeah.
So I could say I'm also pretty well versed.
Yeah.
You know, emo, rock, but dude, Freebird.
Yeah, you can't beat Freebird, man. Damn. We got any music? Can we play Freebird?
Got a couple speakers. Yeah. Open my casket up, Freebird.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the 10 question, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime report is over. We talked about the beginning of Powerstroke Rick. This guy wants to ruin the whole flow by going to take a piss in the middle.
Dude, had
First of all, I wanted to show off the shirt too.
what we got? Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet, sipping the Coors Banquet.
Coors Cowboy. None of
Shout
this
out
is
to
sponsored,
Cowboy.
but we need some sponsors. I need a
yeah.
CZ sponsorship.
up?
He needs a Banquet sponsorship. You need a Zinn and a Marlboro sponsorship.
And a C4. Shout out C4.
And a C4.
C4. I just got turned on to C4, dude. I used to never really like them. I was a Red Bull
they're
guy.
good, man.
C4s get me juiced.
Dude.
Like on a job, I chug a C4. I'm like going.
You could just feel it.
never knew.
tingling.
I drink too much caffeine, actually. I drink a lot of Red Bulls, too.
I'm a big coffee guy.
Coffee guy.
Caffeine and
I like to get into
nicotine.
coffee.
That's all you need. Caffeine and nicotine.
Caffeine and nicotine equals protein.
That gets me through the whole day at work.
Yeah.
I'll rip cigarettes, Red Bulls, C4, whatever. I'm fine.
Oh, anyone watching this that knows me, y'all know how I operate, man. I be putting them bitches down, brother.
Got to.
Putting them down.
You got. I mean, it's a stimulant for a reason to keep you going, right? I mean, sometimes you need something to keep you going.
Yep.
Because you're out dealing with numbers, dealing with fucking noises, dealing with a ton of bullshit, stupid people.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out James, Love on the Spectrum. He's like, I prefer caffeine during a social event rather than alcohol.
Have you seen that show?
Caffeine's a
No.
stimulant.
Dude,
oh,
What is
dude.
that?
You would fucking love it. So you know those fucking Netflix foo-foo dating shows they have?
Yeah.
This one is only autistic people. They call them neurodiverse.
I think I've heard of it.
Dude.
I haven't seen it, though.
It's really good.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's good.
It's good.
I'll have to watch
I don't want to seem like an asshole, but it's really funny.
That's funny.
It's not like we're laughing
I like
at
funny
them,
shit
you're-
like
but
that.
they know like they're genuinely funny. Like
Yeah.
I feel like autistic people
They're
are
genuinely
genuinely
funny, and they know
funny.
what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're saying. Even
They're
like their
coming on.
parents are laughing at them and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
It's good. I recommend
it's
watching
good. It is. It's fire. It's funny.
Let's talk about the future of Powerstroke Rick. That's what we'll take the last half of this segment. So, I guess chronologically, we talked like high school, a little bit afterwards. You're what, 26 now?
Yep.
So, give me 5 years of Powerstroke Rick. What's the next 5 years hold? And we'll expand from there.
5 years. I mean, my biggest thing was me working so much over the past years was saving up to get my own house, obviously. So now we got that.
Yep.
Probably the next 5 years is to continue growing the YouTube network.
You got what, about 4 or 5K subscribers on YouTube?
Like almost 4,500, something like that.
Nice.
Thank you. But been doing that. This month will be 3 years on YouTube.
Nice.
So just keep doing what I'm doing, growing, man. I'm looking for a wife or something. I mean, I say that, but I'm looking for somebody. You know, I'd like to have
Looking for a baby mama.
Ladies, one more time. Come on.
Yeah, hit me up, y'all. You know? So basically, I don't know yet, man. I might want to continue a full-time side business, like with the automotive stuff. I mean, it's kind of going that way. But
Could you see yourself owning your own shop or something?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd run it out of my backyard because that's what I bought, you know.
Right.
So it's getting to that point already. I mean, I've been there 4 months and I've just side jobs. I got a truck there right now that my buddies Powerstroke dropped it off. I don't know if you see my story yesterday. With
You had a
the
bunch of
blue
Power
one.
Strokes in the garage.
Yeah, everyone's like, you bought another one? I'm like, nah, easy.
A whole
now.
lot of fucking going on.
Yeah. So he dropped that off. He's like, I don't need it back till the 22nd, you know. So it's like a whole list of shit I'm doing. But continue doing projects like that. But one of the things I want to talk about is my sponsors, actually, and how I met them.
Got to get them in here.
So the biggest shout out to Amy and Dan Snyder, SPE Motorsport. So SPE Motorsport, they're a performance company, primarily in the Power Strokes, the Mustangs, Bronco, F-150, pretty much a full Ford family company.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to bounce around a little bit. I want to talk about starting the YouTube as well. So starting the YouTube, I always did stuff like all my stories. I'd always like film myself real quick, like working on something, whether it's at work or at home or whatever. And people are like, oh, you should start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, I've never been the one to like, I never liked pictures or talking into the camera. Now I won't shut the fuck up, obviously, you know, but see, here we are now. But
Keep it going. I love it.
yeah, so I contemplated that for a long time. And then I'm like, fuck it, man, I'm going to do a YouTube channel. So I started it. And again, everything, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but just figuring it all out on my own. Like, how to edit stuff, how to do this, how to make a website. Like, I've never asked anyone. I'm just trying to figure out whether it's right or wrong, you know, but it works for me at least,
Right.
you know. So I do all that. So I start out with a lot of different stuff, but primarily SPE Motorsport products. Just doing install videos, right? So 3 years ago, they have open house, and they're in Latrobe, PA, so they're like 2 hours from me. So go to their open house. End up talking, you know, people, you know, this and that. I was going to buy parts while I was there. So their sales rep, my boy Chance, shout out Chance, he lives out in Cali. He was in town for the open house. And I ended up talking to him, trying to buy some parts. And he's like, you're Powerstroke Rick. You know, I've done a couple of videos of our stuff. You know, I've seen, and they did fairly well, the videos.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man, we appreciate that. You know, I'm just not sponsored. I'm just doing it to do it, you know, because I get content.
Yeah.
Dude, turned into be a whole, like the same thing with the body shop, whole other fucking family. I mean, so you got Amy and Dan, the owners. You got their dad, Scott. You got all the workers there. Shout out to all of them guys, the fab guys.
Yeah.
The one that I'm probably the closest with right now is Ronnie. Shout out Ronnie. He actually did a video with me a couple weeks ago at SPE. But long story short with them was, and every time I say long story short, y'all got to drink because I think I do say that a lot. But either way, side note.
Take a sip.
I just started talking to him like that, and he's like, hey, if you ever need, you know, products, like just email me and I'll send you an invoice, and send me invoices, you know. And then basically they became my sponsors, man. They became like family. So I go to all the events with them now. I mean, I'll go to war for them fucking people, man. Like they're good people, man. They make awesome products. They're fun to be around. You know, we go to these events like PRI. We're going to a truck show at the end of May.
Nice.
It's like a 3-4 day event. We'll be there with them. I'm representing the company, and
Nice.
I just do everything I can for them. I'm basically, I tell them, I'm like the Ohio division of SPE pretty much.
So when you go to these events, you bring in both the trucks?
Oh, yeah.
Gooseneck?
Yep. That's why I had to get the trailer, because I would usually borrow a trailer from my buddy Ryan. Shout out Ryan. And I hate borrowing shit.
Yeah.
And it's like a tool. If you need it more than once, you know, you got to buy it. So I actually bought it for my transmission guy. He was selling it as like a brand new trailer. So here we are.
Those
But
Goosenecks, dude.
they're sick, man. Toe's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say that.
So SPE is a sponsor. Any other sponsors you want to throw in there?
No, that's it, man. Everything else I get for videos, I get like a lot of like Chinese companies sending me like airbags, jump starters, and my slogan is like, you send me a fucking toothbrush, I'll be like, it's like a store dick, can't beat it, you know. I'll film it if it's free. I'll film it, you know. But
Right.
I go to war with SPE, man. Like I do everything with them. Like I do everything to help. Like I probably have like 30, 40 videos of just all their product installs.
Nice.
Not all of them, but you know.
That's good though. I mean,
I just do everything I can for them. You know, I always try and help them out because they help me out.
Yeah.
You know, they're good people.
I think a good segue is to start talking about YouTube. We'll dive full swing into YouTube because I have a bunch of questions I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, your SPE reminds me of my SPE, Sound Precision Entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of our unofficial sponsor. Maybe I'll make them a sponsor or something like
Yeah.
that. But they brought this studio to us,
Yep.
equipment, lights, cameras, action, the whole 9 yards. So
Brought us the casting couches.
yeah, they're white for a reason. They used to
Oh
be.
shit.
But yeah, I mean, SPE, Scott, owner of SPE, known him since I've been diapers. Great guy, gave us all this to work with.
Awesome.
Sure.
So shout out to
Shout
them.
out.
Shout out to SPE, also who I
SPE,
DJ with.
Shout out Scott.
Yep, for sure, it's huge. So
Me too, yeah.
definitely want to throw them in there. But I'd like to get some sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
So
So who's ever's watching?
Yeah, if anybody's
Plug us
watching, they
in.
want to sponsor
We'll
us,
sponsor
send me
anything.
whatever.
We need some more
Anything.
sponsors.
Send me condoms, and I'll be like Rick on the OF right now.
I'm not gonna wear them, but yeah, I'll do a video or something. Shit.
So let's dive into YouTube real quickly. Well, maybe not real quick. I think it's a big subject, but how do you get a sponsor? You told us initially, but how do you realize, okay, I want them to sponsor me? How does that conversation look? Walk me through getting a sponsor, all that. Maybe if you could offer some insight to us as well.
Dude, with SP, it just happened.
Organically.
Like I was just like, that's why I'm so grateful for where I'm at in life and everybody that I've met. And I think just being in the right place at the right time.
What does your SP stand for?
Snyder Performance Engineering.
Cool.
So that's the owner's name, last name Snyder.
Right.
So again, like what I was saying before, like I was at the open house, met Chance, and it basically everything is all because of Chance, sales rep in California. And that's my dude, man. That's my boy. So just from me meeting him, he ended up liking me, you know, we ended up hitting it off, and then he started sending me products, like a little discount, you know, and this and that. And then it just, from there on out, then I'm trying to think where it really started. I mean, I really met Amy and Dan a few years ago. We hit it off, and then we'd go to shows together, and they'd invite me to go shows with them, and that's kind of where we're at right now.
Nice.
So, I mean, that was like one of those where like I didn't apply to be a sponsor. Like they wanted me to come out and work for them. It's 2 hours in PA, and it was a really hard decision in my life to make. Like I'd have to move like 2 hours away, like leave the company I'm at right now. And they get it, you know, and that's why I'm like, any work I could do in Ohio for you guys, I'm there. But
it's kind of like you're a contractor of them right now, right? Like
yeah, pretty much. Like I help customers out, they DM me, stuff like that. But so that thing basically just happened.
Let's go.
And then everything else with the YouTube is just emails from random companies. Like, hey, Rick, we saw your video, you know, we want to do a collab. And that's literally how I've just got, I guess a lot of little companies like that are sponsors that send me jump starters.
Nice.
I did a snow brush video. I was like, this thing's like a sore dick can't be. He's got the banana clip on it and everything. And people are like, why are you doing a video on how to use a fucking snow brush? I'm like, because they sent it to me. And it's free. I'm going to fucking do it, you know?
Yeah. So if anybody watching this at home wants to sponsor us, send us literally anything.
We'll rock it.
We'll fucking have it sitting right here. You send me some fucking lube, it'll be sitting right next to my book.
Yeah, we'll get some, not no Diddy shit, but, you know, we'll get some other stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah. Shoot, dude.
Yeah. Damn. R.I.P.
Damn.
How big is consistency on YouTube for you? Like, do you feel like you need to be posting every day? Do you need to be like...
I should be more once a week. I've faded out a little bit since I got the house now, you know, and I've been working on side jobs and stuff. I got a couple videos lined up, but the funds are going elsewhere pretty much, you know, majority of a house payment, you know, bills, stuff like that.
For sure.
So I'm still buying truck parts over time, but it's not like living with your parents no more, working 3 jobs. It's not full throttle like it was before. Mm-hmm. So right now I've been once a week, but it's going to fade again a little bit. And it faded a little bit when I was moving into the house. But I like to do once a week at least.
I feel like, I mean, your trucks are nice and you've done pretty much all you wanted to do to them. Is there more you want to do?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should like buy a fucking beater and just flip it.
That's what I'm looking for, like
Head
my
to
next.
toe.
Like there's still more stuff I have to do to my trucks because anyone watching this will laugh because every year I say, I'm done. They just basically laugh in my face now. They're like, yeah, you always fucking say that. You ain't done, which is true. I'm not done. Now I'm getting more into, I got some SPE stuff coming. We're getting more into the horsepower side, you know, some turbos, some bigger stuff, like some big power building stuff. Nice. So,
Hell
yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful for them because they help me keep my channel growing and keep me in business, you know?
Yeah. What was your first video? Do you remember your first video? What was it about?
It's rough, man. It was actually.
Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up.
Okay.
You guys have to watch it. It's actually I didn't realize that the phone wasn't supposed to be vertical. It was supposed to be horizontal, like the side.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking
The
about.
whole aspect was off.
Yep. And it was doing an oil change on my blue truck, or maybe the black truck. One of the two, but dude, it was, because I used to have longer hair. I had the man bun. Yep. So it was hot outside. I was sweating. I had these little curls and shit. And I'm like, got the camera like this, and I'm like, it might have even been something with SPE. I did like the oil pan drain plug from SPE.
Oh yeah.
That was the oil change. And I was like, all right, guys, SPE Motorsport. I was like leaning on like my workbench and shit. It's a little cringeworthy for me, but
it's a humble beginning.
yes.
Right.
So that's where it started.
So 3 years you've been doing it.
So I want it this month. Yeah, May will be 3 years of YouTube. So it took me a while to get monetized, and I mean the subscribers, like, it's hard to understand how it works. I mean, I have a lot of videos that are like 30, 40,000 plus views. And you got 4,500 subscribers. So I mean, I realized after starting a YouTube channel, like when I watch a lot of YouTube, why so many people are like, subscribe. They're always like dropping it a bunch of times in the video, and I never got
Subscribe.
it. Subscribe. Yeah,
Facts.
subscribe to the channel.
Fuck you guys. Why aren't you subscribed yet?
Subscribe, man. What the fuck?
Subscribe to him.
So
Damn it,
you're-
right there.
You're going through the same thing right now. It's like
Yeah.
people don't subscribe.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so easy to do, but then like people just don't do it. And I never got it, but it's hard. But it took me a year to start getting monetized off YouTube.
That's good to know because I don't want to say we're like, oh, we're hopeless. We've only been doing this for like 2 months. You
We're
know what I
hoping
mean? Like,
6 months, man. We don't want you guys going a year.
I would love to be monetized. I'd love to.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be huge.
It helps me out. It pays my utilities.
Do you do anything on like TikTok or anything like that?
Dude, TikTok's been blowing up like the past 2 weeks.
Really?
I gained like 1,300 followers.
Really?
I did
Nice.
I did 2 videos of my blue truck pulling out of my garage and my black truck pulling out of my garage. I've had some hit videos back in the day on TikTok, and I usually have a decent following on there, but dude, these got a couple 100,000 views. And
I feel like TikTok is probably huge for the blue collar guys because a lot of guys are on the shitter, getting off the job, scrolling. I know my brother does it all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
It's probably huge. So I could see that blowing up
Yeah.
with the trucks, and everybody wants
TikTok-
a nice truck.
I'm trying to do that. I'm eligible to promote products on there now.
Oh, yeah?
So I ordered some stuff to where I do a video, and then you buy the stuff. If you click
Like an
my
affiliate
link,
link?
yeah.
Yep. Nice.
I've had a bunch of affiliate links for everything. So if you guys ever need like headlight bulbs or anything, I got like 3 companies I got discount codes with. I got a lot of discount codes. I can't say they're sponsors because they send me like a one and done kind of thing, and then I get a code on it, but
yeah. I hope you
guess.
know that with this collab with us, you're going to kind of be like a little truck consultant to me. a little
Dude,
bit.
I got you, man. Anything you guys need, I got you. It's like a sore dick, can't beat it. I was going to tell you guys that too, man. Any work anyone needs done, send them my way.
I might pop the hood as soon as we leave here.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. I got wife beater underneath this thing. I'm ready to work. I got my shit kickers on, Zins, Marble Reds. We're dialed in.
You got cards and shit or no?
Nah, I don't. Don't got cards. Just all social media is Powerstroke Rick. YouTube's Powerstroke Rick. TikTok. Somebody had Powerstroke Rick taken on that. I'm like, you fuckers. They didn't know they're Powerstroke Rick.
It ain't the real deal.
Yeah.
So it's like Diesel Rick with like
Imposter.
2 Ks, but yeah, I don't advertise too. That's the thing. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't.
Drugs sell themselves.
Drugs do sell themselves, kids. Stay in school. But like, I mean, you guys see what I post on social media.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
usually people catch on to what I'm about. The DM question earlier, most DMs I get from like oddball people are like automotive stuff. Hey, could you work on this thing for me, or could you do this for me? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. But I've never like got to the point, and I say I'm gonna like make a video like, hey guys, I'm offering Starlights, lift kits, this and that. I mean, I'll put shit in my bio, but I've never like formally like advertised, I guess. But I just keep doing what I'm doing, man. And all my clientele is usually like people I know or a friend of a friend and stuff like that, or somebody from work.
Well, that's how you know that you have a good brand, your brand recognition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a good just aura. That's that fucking
Yep.
trend to wear now.
Yeah.
You have that aura that's just going to gravitate people, especially if you're seeing success naturally without doing marketing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's where it keeps coming. So I'm like, fuck it, man.
We do a ton of marketing.
Yeah.
Ton. Making tons of bullshit, fucking running ads. I'm just trying to do whatever we can to fucking grow. You know what I mean? But we're so early. I want it to grow rapidly. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah, so we're
I
just
did
doing
used
it.
to run ads on my Instagram, but they flagged me on that. I can't do it no more.
oh yeah.
Because my original Facebook account got deleted back in August. It was hacked, and it was tagged with my Instagram.
Gotcha.
So Instagram flagged me, and they're like, you can't, promote nothing no more, this and that. And I'm like, I didn't even fucking do anything. And you try to email them or whatever.
They're such
Meta's
pricks
shitty,
with the
dude.
fucking.
It's so
with the-
bad.
they censor the life out of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I mean, my personal Instagram, Nick_O'Connor on Instagram, I posted some vitamins on my fucking story, and I can't make a live video for a year now.
See, dude, it's like shit like that.
Some fucking vitamin
Makes
D,
no sense.
damn it!
Yeah.
Like,
They'll
Like,
flag
that-
anything.
people need that, like.
yeah, it's crazy. The fucking
It's ridiculous.
they fuck you any way they can out here.
And the other thing is like the cross promoting I've noticed too is weird. Like you guys see me, like I do a new YouTube video. It's like Snapchat story, Instagram story, Facebook story.
So hitting every platform with the same thing.
But a lot, it's like it doesn't really link up because like I believe like my Instagram followers, my TikTok followers, my YouTube subscribers, they're all similar, but they're like different. Like YouTube subscribers are like totally different pretty much. Like
Yeah.
for whatever reason, it's like it's almost like they don't want you cross promoting. Like, hey, go to you're on Instagram. Hey, go to YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They do that actually.
Yeah,
like,
because they
there
want it
was-
to.
There was something I was reading an article. It was either Facebook or Twitter before Elon bought it. It was where anytime you put a link of something other than Facebook or Twitter,
Yep.
they reduce the popularity of it because it's taking them off of their app.
Isn't that messed up?
It's fucked up.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
Fucked up.
Because I'll see that like my story views are like down when I put up like a YouTube link.
Yeah.
And I'm like, There's no. So sometimes I don't even do it because I'm like, there ain't no fucking point. You know, it's like.
So do you use any like content management tools? Like, do you use like a content calendar or something? Or are you just kind of doing everything manually?
No, just manually.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one thing that we have implemented in us, and which is how we've kind of gained some traction quickly, is using AI. It's huge. I think you had an AI question too, but AI has been big to us just to help with like captions, help with organization. I'm big into the tech stuff. Like that's how I've kind of done this. We have this AI platform that'll takes long form, turn it into short form, and then you can automatically schedule and post all from one thing. So you could have all of your social medias on one app, schedule and post for each one, and then they'll go off for a whole month.
That's pretty cool.
It's nice.
You guys got some scheduled, right?
Yeah.
I figured because I've been seeing like the reels or the
we got tons of shit scheduled, and we took a 2-week break though to get the studio set up, get everything set up. So you're the first person back. We got another guy come when you leave. You know, Nick Padone's coming on.
Is he really?
Yeah.
What is he doing now? He's doing something with sports, like broadcasting.
He's getting up there now in the Cleveland. He does sports broadcasting, but he's got his own thing going on 92.3 The Fan, which is the Cleveland sports radio, the official one. So he hosts on there, and then he's got his own little podcast thing called the Big Play Podcast. They just had a bunch of Browns players. Stipe was in there. Like, I mean,
no shit. That's awesome.
he's doing great.
Yeah, that's
for him.
He's doing great.
I've seen a little bit too. I like everybody to be good.
Yeah,
especially seeing people he went to school with. See him doing good, you know, and just doing big things. And
I think that's another huge lesson is we don't have to step on each other's toes. You can collab, and there's enough money out here for everybody.
Yeah, it's not a competition. I feel like a lot of people think like that too. Like it's a competition. Like they want to like one up somebody else or do this or do that. Like there's enough food for everybody to eat.
My number one thing is life's a journey, not a competition. I got to tell people that because you guys will know it already now, or you'll continue to know it, is we're going to have nothing but fucking haters. Oh, I got so many haters. I got dudes that are in their 50s hating on me just because you got jealous people, you got lazy people. It's usually, this is where the must be nice we were talking about earlier comes into play. Must be nice. But they don't want to put in the work. You know, they don't want to do what you've done or make the sacrifices you've made.
Yeah.
So you're always gonna have haters, man.
We had our first hater comment on the TikTok the other day. He goes, I hope Trump ups the tariffs on podcast equipment. That's what he said. Fucking
For no reason, dude. You're like, all right.
Fucking guy's probably a loser. You know
like
what I mean?
those comments, I fucking heart them. And I'll send them like fucking heart emojis back. I'm like, I love you, man. And they're like, what the fuck?
But there's no such thing as bad pub, right? Like good or bad publicity is all good.
Yep. I like to say hate travels faster than love.
I like that.
Nice.
And I often think about that. We said it before too. Like get yourself around a group of people that don't think you're bragging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if everybody has good shit to talk about, then everybody has good shit to talk about. It's not like, oh, I'm gloating because we got this, and that going on. Like, that's just what it is. We should be congratulating.
Yeah, like I want to see you blow up just as much as I want to see you blow
for
up.
sure.
Absolutely. That's how it should be, man.
Yeah.
Again, because life's a journey, not a competition. Like I have to, when I'm 26 and I'm trying to implement that in the brains of like 38-year-olds, and they just like don't get it.
They don't get it.
And they have like that younger kid mindset, like, oh, this is a competition, man. You know, it's like, I don't know how you operate like that. You know,
I think that's the differentiator though. Yeah. That's what makes the man. That's that's the differentiator. I mean, it's that good energy you put out into the atmosphere that always comes back. I'm a big believer in karma retribution. If you put good out there, you're going to get good return. If you're a scumbag, you're going to get treated like shit and spit out and come down.
Yep. It's all about mentality. It's all comes down to how you're thinking.
Yep.
If you know that you're going to blow and you know you have that divine intervention and you can have faith within yourself, and that's all it takes.
And the thing too is you got to fail too. So like back to talking about like wrenching, us being young, I'm bouncing around a little bit. How you were talking about blue collar earlier.
It's fine.
If you get an older guy that'll train you, I'm gonna tell you all the old bull and the young bull story here in a minute. That's for all our viewers at home. But luckily, I lucked out with 3 older dudes at Swagelok, all 60s, late 50s that trained me. And your typical blue collar guy that's older doesn't want to show you fucking anything. You know, you figure it out on your own. But you find those guys like the 3 that I found, and they will take the time and show you and train you. I have learned 1,000,001 things from them guys, and I still learn every single day because that's just how it is with wrenching. So another way, the best way you learn is by fucking shit up. I'll fuck some shit up, whether it's stripping a bolt, breaking something. That's the best way you learn because you know you won't do it again. But I don't know where my point was going here. Well, I was talking about the old bull and the young bull.
Old bull, young bull.
Okay, so I don't know where I was going with that first story, but if y'all find somebody old to work with and they're willing to train you, fucking be a sponge, soak it up.
Yeah, and you got to listen too. You can't be like arrogant or I know this,
That's
I know
the
that.
problem.
You gotta listen and you gotta respect the knowledge because they fucked up.
Yep.
And they're just trying to prevent a mess up on your end.
All right, now let me tell you all the old bull and the young bull story.
Nice.
I'm hearing this fucking story for like 10 years. So this is the prime example. I work with the old bull. I'm the young bull. So the old bull and the young bull, they're up on the top of the hill. You know, they're looking down at the cows, you know. And the young bull goes, let's run down there and, you know, fuck a cow, you know. And the old bull goes, let's walk down there and fuck them all. So that's your typical old bull and your young bull saying. You guys ever heard that?
No.
I've never heard that, but I like
I
that.
can fucking recite that shit back in my dreams. I've heard it so much. Because again, working with an older dude and you're the young bull,
Yeah.
and you're doing shit, you know, and they were looking at you and they're probably like, what the fuck's this guy doing this for? And they're like, old bull and the young bull. I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. Let's hear the story again. All right, I get it.
That's great.
So what I take from that story is like the young bull will rush to get one thing done. The old bull will take his time and get it all done.
Yes. Fuck them
I
all.
like that.
Yep.
That's fucking sweet.
Yep. Where the young bulls are like, I'll run down there and fucking cow.
I
You
can
know?
run down there and flip and hit some somersaults.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
get one of them.
Yep.
So the moral of the story is you got to fuck bulls, right?
Yeah, you got to fuck them all. Walk down and fuck them all.
Fuck them all like Pokemon.
Don't
catch
run
'em
down
all.
and fuck one, you know?
So we talked about the beginning, the middle. We talked about the future. What else you want to throw in there? Anything? Any shout outs? Any last minute stories? Anything?
I just want to shout out everybody that has came into my life, good or bad. Everywhere I've been, everybody I've been around. It sucks being busy. My main thing that it just sucks being busy because I wish I could see everybody.
Yeah.
I wish I could talk to everybody on the
know.
phone all the time. I wish I could be at this place. I wish I could be there, but it's so hard, dude. And then especially me being on second shift for like 7 out of the 8 years, which I am going to day shift permanently in 2 months.
Nice.
So that's cool.
That's huge.
There you go.
That'll be a better way for me to find a baby mama or a wife. But yeah, I wish I could just be everywhere at once, man. I wish I could duplicate myself and be 10 people because I'm a big people pleaser.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm starting to see that now too. You
Yeah.
know, when you're so busy and all you're focused on is your work or your craft or whatever, it's not like Powerstroke Rick hates you and doesn't want to hang out with you. It's just sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's all love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's even like the side work, man. Like yesterday, like I told you, like the podcast, my last do is Sunday because Saturdays are like all side work.
yeah.
Like I worked till fucking 3 a.m. last night in the garage, just all day just doing shit. But my problem is I can't slow down. And this is I also get from my dad as well, very hyper. Like my dad always been a hyper dude. Like he'd be doing shit before them 2 jobs he'd work. He'd be doing shit around the house, cleaning, fucking vacuuming, whatever, you know, cutting the grass, like
Same way.
go. And that's me. Like when I like stop, I'm like, I think I get lost in my thoughts a little bit and I just can't.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's,
I
Yeah,
completely agree with
I'm
that.
the same way, but it's good.
yeah, it's a good and a bad thing. Like,
Because imagine if you were lazy and were doing nothing.
true.
We would
Like, I
probably
just-
we wouldn't be sitting here
Yeah.
probably.
And I always got to have the music going. AirPods are always in or the, you know, building music or something. I always got music in the background. I don't know if you heard me earlier. I was telling about Kid Rock.
Yep.
I totally forgot because he's on like my top played artists every year. And I fucking forgot. I don't know how I forgot about that. Fucking too
Kid
many
Rock's
fucking
fucking
dead
sweet.
brain cells or something, man. But yeah. So
Oh yeah, you never slow down. You never grow old.
no.
Shout out to Last Dance with Mary Jane. My shit.
Yeah, a little Tom Petty.
Yep.
Yep.
So the last segment we always like to throw in there, you guys know it best. It's new to you. We're gonna go into the Complete Life's Little Instruction Book. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite parts. I like.
So this is a book I got from a fucking Staples in Macedonia. Okay. Or
okay.
Shout out
Pittsburgh, somewhere
Staples.
like that.
Shout out Staples.
Staples, dude. If they're even around, great.
No.
There are, let's see here, 1,560 different line items on this fucking book. And all of them it's life's instruction book, so it's going to be random instructions. So I want you to give me a number between 1 and 1,560, and then you're going to flip through, find it, read it, and we're going to chat about it.